Hello, Aquarius. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. I sure do hope that you're doing well today. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of October 26, 2025. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. So if you have Aquarius in any of those placements, odds are there's a little message in this reading for you. Also, keep in mind that this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate, and if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and remember to check out your other placements. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Aquarius collective now for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card for the week of October 26, 2025 for Aquarius? What is their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week is the Two of Wands. Are you prepared to make a decision that may change the course of your life? At the bottom of the deck, you have Queen of Wands. What are you ready about? What are you passionate about and ready to create? And the Queen of Wands, you have the Hermit. Okay. So this is not what you don't see coming. I don't know if you've ever seen this reading before. If you want to know what's headed your way, I already released those videos yesterday. So you're welcome to take a look at them. I did them for all 12 signs and, of course, the placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. The tarot card of the week reading is basically assistance from the universe, from source. Some question here that they want you to ponder, that they want us to ponder, think about, go within, do the necessary introspection so we can come to the decision or make the determination to move in a particular direction. And the purpose of the reading is to help us along on our journey, because there are times where we get a bit stuck and stagnant, right, in a particular aspect of our life. And so the tarot card of the week reading is just intended to get you to think about something so then you can take action on your own behalf and move forward. So your tarot card of the week is the Two of Wands. Are you prepared to make a decision that will change the course of your life? I've done all of these readings, and I don't think I've stuttered in any of them. I get accused sometimes of talking too fast. That's the Gemini in me. Sometimes I'm told that I repeat too much. That's probably the fixed Scorpio in me. And there are times they tell me I talk too slow, talk too fast, talk too slow. But I hardly ever stumble the way I just did. So I don't think this decision is new for you. And I think you too have been stumbling when it comes to making it. So let's see what it is. Tell me more about the Two of Wands here. Why is this a tarot card of the week for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus for the week of October 26, 2025? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Nine of Wands, King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, the Sun, the Ace of Cups, and the Five of Wands, the Star, and the World. Oh boy. So I'm speaking to an Aquarius where you desire to move towards wish fulfillment. Situation, environment, or connection. A different job, a different industry, maybe a different community. Maybe you want to go from living in an apartment, there I go stumbling again, living in an apartment to owning your own home. Maybe you want to go from being a homeowner to living in an apartment. Maybe you want to go from being single to coupled, or coupled to single. Or maybe you want to move from one person onto another. Whatever it is, it would be life-changing for you. A significant chapter here in your life would close. I feel like you're close to closing this out, or at least making the decision, which will either close out the decision-making process for you or close out whatever this is so you can move towards the new. But this is your wish fulfillment. And it is sitting right on the other side of closing a door. But in the deck I use for you, the circle is not quite yet closed. There's like one more thing we need to do. And you're internally conflicted about this. Okay. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. I almost feel like you are blocking yourself from either making the decision, or if you have made the decision, again, I'm stumbling. You're either blocking the decision or you're blocking your ability to move forward because you already made your decision, but there's some fear or hesitation that's keeping you where you're at. Nine of Wands. Very different than some of the other decks that I use. And there I go again. In your deck, you are standing behind a fence. I will speak slower from this moment forward. You're standing behind the fence, one that I believe you built for yourself. So you're hesitating. The King of Pentacles is pondering your energy. The Queen of Swords is pondering your energy. Is this the best decision for me? Is this logical? Is this authentic to who I am? Is this authentic to who I want to become? Can I invest in this? Is this long-term? Does this have long-term potential? Because I don't want to move forward and invest in something that's some fly-by-night scheme or looks good today, smells bad tomorrow. My father, he says that saying sometimes. Tell me about the Nine of Wands here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Nine of Wands, clarified by the Two of Pentacles. There you go. The Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Wow. Okay. So you have identified whomever or whatever this is, and you are purposefully stopping yourself from moving towards it. Two of Pentacles, I really have to think about it, right? That king is weighing those pentacles. Is it worth the gamble? Is it worth the loss? Will it balance my life? Will it be a wise investment of my time or my love or my money or my devotion or dedication? Four of Swords, I really need to think about this. I need to go within. I don't want advice from anyone. This is a decision that I and I alone need to make. Speaking like you. And the Nine of Swords. And I worry. I worry that it may be a missed opportunity. And I worry that it may be the greatest mistake of my life. Typically don't pick up this heavy of an energy for you, Aquarius. So you are, this is game-changing, life-changing. What is this wish fulfillment? Looks like love, happiness, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. But you almost think that it's not real or it's not possible outside of where you're at. Tell me about the star. What is the star? Obviously, it's different for all of you, but let's see if we can get some identifiers. What is the star card here for Aquarius? One more shuffle here. Thank you. I mean, this could even be a current connection that you're in and you're like, can it lead me to the sun? Is it the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles? Do I want to keep doing this with this person? I don't know. The Lovers. The Five of Swords. The Ace of Wands. You see this as being complementary to you, meaning I would really do well in that position. I could be very successful at that company. That company is as successful as I wish to be. I could really see myself living in that community. That community embodies the qualities that I look for. They match the aesthetics of what I want my community to look like. That's the lover or type of lover that I want. They're passionate and we are on the same page and we're very much alike. But smack in the middle of that is the Five of Swords. And that's that internal dialogue that you're having with yourself. Can it be? Can it be true? Is it real? What am I not seeing? Because this seems too good to be true. And God damn it, if it's too good to be true, then I must find something wrong with it. I almost feel like you are trying to talk yourself out of a new beginning. It's not that you don't trust a new beginning. You don't trust yourself. Your decision is already made. You don't want to be where you're at. Situation, environment, or connection. You want to be in something that is happier, more abundant, more successful, more passionate, more creative, more loving, more romantic, more intimate, more community orientated, whatever it is for you. You don't want to be where you're at. That is not your, that's not the decision you're stumbling over. It's, can I trust myself enough to make the right decision? That's where you're stumbling. Are you prepared to make a decision that may change the course of your life? It's not the decision about what this is or if you wanted. Who wouldn't want the sun? Who wouldn't want the Ace of Cups? Who wouldn't want the Lovers? You know, who wouldn't want wish fulfillment? Who wouldn't want the Ace of Wands? That question should really be, are you prepared to trust yourself to move in this direction? That's the decision that you are not prepared to make. You are not prepared to trust yourself. Why is that? Why is Aquarius not trusting themselves? First of all, let me look at, what is it that you want to leave behind? Maybe that'll give me a little background knowledge. I always say I'm an energy reader, you know, that's all I am. I'm not a mind reader. Okay. Not a mind reader, not a fortune teller. So let me see. What is it that you want to leave behind? One more shuffle here. Thank you. And trust me, you want to leave it behind. Seven of Pentacles. Something that you, I was going to say planted. Something that you planted. Something that you established roots in. Or you have established roots with. You've invested in this. Time, love, money, commitment, dedication, loyalty. But you're wondering if you want to keep watering this plant because it has not become the 10 of Pentacles, and it should have become the 10 of Pentacles. It should be abundant and thriving and happy and have longevity to it. And yet you're still tending to this little plant with all of these roots. It really has not grown much. 5 of Pentacles. Oof. It's been a financial hit. It's been an emotional hit. It leaves you feeling not good enough. It's deteriorated your self-worth. It has abandoned you. It has maybe emotionally or intimately neglected you. Ace of Swords. And everything that I said is the truth. You don't feel loved or nurtured or inspired or invested in by whomever or whatever this is. And you know that. It's a fact. You know that. So your decision to move towards something or someone else, whether they're a known entity or not, is not the decision here that you need to make. You already know you don't want to be in that. But you're not trusting yourself to make the right decision. Why is that? Why are you second guessing yourself? Why are you second guessing yourself? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Moon. Doubts, fears, insecurities, anxieties, fear of the unknown. The Fool. Afraid of a new beginning. 3 of Swords. You're not trusting yourself enough. Look, this is a general collective reading, okay? I'm not going to tell you to go ahead and do this, and then you do it, and you're like, oh shit, I just bankrupted myself, or I lost the best job ever, or I left my spouse, and it's all that lady's fault in New Jersey, in the United States of America, okay? And I don't want to laugh at this, because this is heavy. But you're afraid, because of your own doubts, fears, and insecurities, that when you move away from this, that it's going to hurt. How could it hurt any more than that? How could leaving something or someone that you've invested a lot into, and it has not grown, and it has not prospered, and it is not abundant, and it is not nurturing. In fact, you're the only one still watering the fucking plant, Aquarius. Let's just be frank here. I'm an Aquarius rising. I'm from New Jersey. This is how we speak when we're passionate. It's a little soprano. How with leaving this, it leaves you abandoned, neglected, cold, confused, isolated, unloved, in financial lack, maybe even for some of you. And you know all this. Why would leaving that be heartbreaking? And yet your doubts, fears, and insecurities tell you it may just be a big mistake. You'll never find anything better than the job that treats you like shit. You'll never find anyone better than the friend who uses you. You'll never find anyone better to be a friend who becomes a family member than that family member who robs you of your worth, of your finances, who uses you for their own financial gain or benefit. You'll never find a lover who will be more passionate towards you than the person who has completely neglected you. Really? Let's get you some advice. It's a heavy read. I could feel the weight on you through this reading. So like, what are you passionate about and ready to create? A new life, a new start, a new job, a new career path, a new career opportunity, a new living environment, a new love, maybe even the romance of a lifetime. Sure as hell would be better than this. And I'm not saying that it's entirely this entity's fault. Maybe you stopped watering that plant a long time ago. Maybe you neglected this person. You know, when I got the divorce, it was very easy for me when I asked him for separation, to be like, it's all his fault. I gave him the best years of my life. But then I was like, you know what? I really need to go to therapy because the rational side of me knows that it takes 2 people to make a connection and 2 people to break it. And I want to know my part in breaking it because I don't want to break another relationship. I don't want to spend another quarter of a century with someone and break that. And so what I had learned in my therapy was, yes, at the end, I felt emotionally neglected by him and that I was investing in him and in his kids. But there were times during the marriage that I did not do that. I did not invest in him. I did not, I was not passionate towards him. I didn't build him up like a wife should build up her husband or a spouse should build up their spouse. And so the truth was, as poorly as he was treating me, I too was treating him that way. And so I don't want to put 100% of what happened here on this other person, on this boss, on this coworker, on this neighbor, this community, friend, family member, or lover. Regardless of who did this or what percentage did it, 60-40, 100 you, 100% them, whatever it is. This is where it's at. This is where it's been for a long time. You know it, and you can see it clearly. Why you think you can't get better is beyond me, because most of you have already identified what this is. You already made that decision. You're just not trusting yourself. So let's get you some advice. How can Aquarius trust themselves with this decision? Yeah, are you prepared to make a decision that will change the course of your life? Are you prepared to trust yourself? What was behind that Queen of Wands? The Hermit. What situation in your life is asking you to look within you? Because you're the block to this. You're the block to this. The energetic block, the financial block, the physical moving on block, you know, looking for another job. Like you're the block here. Leaving this person, you're the block here. 3 cards of advice. Page of Wands, Minor Arcana card to the Fool card. Tell me more about advice here. Page of Wands is a card of expedition. I call it the Lewis and Clark of pages. This is, you don't have to rush into the new beginning, but maybe it's time to start exploring what other communities you can live in, what other jobs are out there. What type of lover do you want in your life, Aquarius? I think it's drastically different than the one you have, or the one you're leaving, or the one you have decided that eventually you will leave. Because some of you are like, oh, eventually I'll get to it. Don't waste the pretty. Don't waste the handsome. Not for you, not for them. It's not fair. I always say with my marriage, the only thing I regret about my marriage is that I didn't leave 10 years sooner. Now, in retrospect, it was good that I left when I did, because I met my person and we've been together for 5 years. And I don't know if I would have met him had I left, 10 years prior. I don't know. But that's the only regret I have. Don't waste the pretty. Don't waste the handsome. Don't waste the youth. Don't waste time. Just explore. That's all you have to do. I'm not telling you to have an affair. I'm telling you to do that. Just explore. What would a new beginning look like? 3 of Wands. I hate to laugh. Move forward. This is your advice. Figure out how to do it and then start moving forward. Page of Pentacles. 1 day at a time. You don't have to go all in here. No one is pushing you into the deep end of the pool. You can jump in whenever you want. You can start small. You can use the stairs. 1 step at a time. Today you go down to your toes. The next day down to your ankles. After that, your calves. And then your knees. Don't forget your floaties. And again, I don't want to make light of it, but you're sitting stuck and stagnant in something that is ruining and depleting your self-worth and your self-esteem by the day. That's probably another reason why you don't have the ability to move on. You're in a state where you don't think you're good enough or smart enough or handsome enough or pretty enough, but you are. But if you keep staying in that, you're going to start believing it. So take the incremental step this week to ask yourself, why aren't you trusting yourself? Because you have all the answers within with that Ace of Swords. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. So start to explore, start to dream, start to imagine, and create a plan. Do you have to save money to do whatever this is? Start saving money. Again, you don't have to leave tomorrow, but you could start investing in your future tomorrow. You could start looking at jobs. You could start putting your resume together, gathering your references, looking at different communities. I'm an Aquarius rising. I'm looking to relocate within the next year or 2. We've been looking at properties from Alabama to Florida to Charlotte, North Carolina. We've looked everywhere. We've looked at Galveston, Texas. I've been looking at, homes online. And again, no rush. I don't have to move tomorrow, but I can start doing the homework of what type of community we want to live in. What's the crime like, the crime stats? What's the population like? How near or far is the closest hospital? Things that we're going to need as we age, right? How far is it from the beach? I got to have a beach. I got to have a beach. Is there a palm tree on my property? If it's yes, then more than likely I will be willing to move there. If I can smell salt water and see a palm tree. But that's all this is telling you. Just start doing the research. Start dreaming. And then don't just dream. Create the plan. 1 little thing a day. Save the money. Like I said, get the resume together. and move towards this. Life is too goddamn short, even if you believe in multiple lifetimes. Why wait until your next lifetime to experience that? You could live another 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. I don't know how old you are. If it's another day, do you want to be in this? I wouldn't. You don't have to make the move tomorrow, but you can start building up the momentum and start doing what you need to do to move there, move in that direction eventually. But it all starts this week. Are you prepared to move towards something that's passionate and creative and loving? I think you are. I don't know why I trust you more than you trust yourself. Let me get you 3 cards of advice. How can Aquarius start trusting themselves? Because I see here what you need to do. How can they learn to trust themselves? One more shuffle. Thank you. I actually have a free self-help link thing I'm going to put in the comment section about how you can rebuild the trust that you may have lost with yourself. 3 of Pentacles. Start working on it. The Chariot. The Magician. Well, you could certainly call in. You can call in for strength. You can call in for courage. You can call in for clarity. You can call in for wisdom. You can ask, what is my next step? Show me the way. Give me a sign. I would start working on it. I'll put that link for you in the description box. And so you can start to rebuild trusting yourself. And then this week is a good week for you to start planting the seeds to move in that direction because you deserve the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. That's what I have for you, Aquarius, for the week of October 26th, 2025. If you liked any of these messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out your other placements. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.